Is here. We're expecting them to at least put up a fight on this second map. We're ready to get into it. It is NIP's pick of Train, and they will be starting on the T side.
OG getting a CT start. I feel like this is perfect for them. This gives them a little bit more space to work with. They can get a couple of those individuals firing off early on and try and forget about some of the problems that were over on Nuke. The one round where they actually looked solid was the round where Mantu got some space to play with on the AWP. We know he's still hitting shots. Just didn't get very many opportunities to do that with the pressure that NIP were constantly applying upon them on the CT side. So NIP, they've been good in the pistol rounds. We'll see if they can do it again here on Train as they head into the B bomb side. Very passive setup coming from both of these players.
Oh, what a shot from North. That's why you get those P250s. Long range headshot lands, and Mantu can't do much here. He's going to have to concede this bomb plant, and he even takes a dink.
Well, the Glock's trying to rattle away. Rez gets one knock and Plopsky's taking everybody down. And it's just MBK left alone in the world. A 1v4 in total to pull this round off. And he'll start to walk back into the site. He's collected a kid. He's got a smoke in his back as well. Oh, but the kills, they're labored. He eventually will get the frag onto Hampus. Smokes onto the bomb. Norka's got a good spot though. MBK unfortunately has to jump up onto the bomb side. That smoke I don't think will cover him, and Nork drops down anyway. 3 kills into the pistol, a lightning fast headshot to open up the round, and we get to see that again from his perspective. Oh, it's just filthy.
So clean, man. And he gets this final one at the end here. MBK just popping up out of the smoke. MBK tried his best. He's been good in pistol rounds as MBK. He got 2 kills there, but they just were never going to help him win the round. NIP got that B site so quickly. And into this second round, OG will go for the force bite. Couple of early smokes out for NIP on towards that A site. Plopsky's been blinded over at Ivy, but that's not going to slow him down for long. He's going to go ahead and make the move. Plopsky with 1, Plopsky with 2 on the MAC-10. Nicely done. And Issa caught in the smoke. Mantu, okay, 1 kill found. But after all is said and done, it's only Valde remaining.
Valde trying his best with the deagle. He will get another one, and that's the bomb. That is the bomb, Alex. They have to run back for it, and Valde now has an AK. He can win this round. Hampus going forward with the MAC-10. He's the front man into the approach, and Valde's looking the wrong way, but he gets around the corner. He's safe around this corner now. The question becomes, where does he go with this one? That's the question in NIP's head. Where could Valde be? He's going to be looking down Ivy. Bomb has been recollected. Valde knows there's too much risk in going back to the position he was once in, so he's going to be increasing the mind games. They have no idea where Valde is right now, and he's gone all the way back to spawn via Ivy. This will allow the bomb to get planted on the A bomb site. Utility will confirm that to Valde that now they are on the A site. Bomb planted. Rez goes into connector. They have a player in the back lines as well in the form of Hampus, but it is the MAC-10, so if he is to take a duel, he would come out worse for wear. He gets tied down a little bit, but Valde now in 20 HP. There's no chance of winning this round, so he's fit to save the AK-47. The fact that he still has a chance to win that round, though, Alex, for so long is just kind of scary for NIP. Losing that bomb, it's very important that if you're going to go for that kind of split into the B bomb site, that bomb doesn't fall there. But luckily, they recover. They get the round back under their belt, and it's 2-0 up for NIP.
Glad that Valde just makes sure he gets as far away from the bomb as possible. Don't want to let anything silly happen. Goes ahead and stays in a safe spot. And yeah, as you said, it was really the element of surprise that they were relying on there. This B-stream game still going on. Not anymore, though. It's just finished. Nico closed that one out. So FaZe 1 map to the good over in that decider game. Here in our lower bracket game, though, NIP off to a good start again on Train. OG having to take a save ahead of this round. Valde, though, with that 1 AK and some good early nade damage onto Hampus. Oh, that's the AK gone.
That is the AK gone. A lot of money picked up early on for Hampus as well. A 3rd kill. He's nearly at the kills he finished on already. And now Mantu with the deagle. I think Hampus might actually be at around... No, he's got 4. Okay, I thought he got some previous kills, but 4 kills on the board. Hampus did a lot, right? We talked about the impact he was able to deliver when it doesn't come to the statistics, right? The kind of unsung hero performances. He went 6 and 14 over on Nuke, but, you know, the amount of impact he delivered just by applying early pressure was huge. He's already on 4 kills, so at least this seems to be a bit more of an individual performance from Hampus. He'll be able to get going on this key side. But so far, so good for NIP. OG not getting anything under their belt, but finally, an early kill will go their way. It's Rez falling at the ladder room, MBK shutting them down, and Pop Dog. And a man advantage in play for OG at the start of this one. Oh.
Ooh, yeah, Plopsky's in this smoke. MBK still on the other side. Smoke down at Ivy as well. Couple of the NIP players were there, but smoke is going to fade shortly. MBK, can he react first? Yes, he can. He gets the kill onto Plopsky. That's his second of the round. And NIP getting slowly picked apart in this one. Down in a 3v5. I was expecting to be watching Mantu's AWP in this round, because as you said, he was the one player really doing well with the AWP over on the first map, but it's been the Riflers doing everything so far. MBK this time caught out by Nork, who upgrades to the AK, but he's not going to find a further fight yet.
Mantu with the headshot. Hampus falling down. Nork as well. Coming in with the kill, but this is already done. NIP surely cannot win this round. Nork is an incredible player, but he's on 6 HP. And Alexi B pins him with a headshot. Finally, a round on the board for OG. And they need to get a few more of that. 3-1 on the board for NIP. I mean, they are still in the lead, and they've got a bye coming right up. So it's not like OG are out of the woods just yet, Alex. It's just the one-round win, and they've got to replicate it. They've got to get a few more.
This is where we get the full gun round from Nip. AWP out for Nork, so we get to see those AWP battles come through. Mantu currently playing around this A site, making sure he's mobile between those different angles. Nip in that previous round definitely put a lot of attention onto Pop Dog to begin with. They wanted that ladder control to start the round, and that can help slow down those rotations. It can take information away from the CTs, which is why teams like to take that ladder route. Plopsky just walks down it. He's confident no one's here. He's going to go ahead and nestle himself in this corner. So Pop Dog control taken by NIP. That's always a decent start to the round. Still plenty of nades left for them as well, as they look to take their time. Interestingly, OG currently have 2 players committed to that B site. And Alexi B flashed in up close, but Plopsky's ready for it.
Plopsky with 1 kill on the Alexi B. And the pressure really is on for OG as Valde's just fallen back as soon as the attackers come in. He sees the Molotov, but already he's lost the bomb site. Already NIP have got the bomb down. And OG probably just looking at the save call already. As unfortunate as it is, they have to go for it. They just have to save. There's no one close by. There's no one in a position able to fight him, while Plopsky was still being a nuisance on their side. A headshot collected onto one. Valde luckily putting him away finally. But this round, this was a very well played round from NIP, and one that they desperately were looking to pick up. You know, if they win this one, they're going to put that money back in a questionable spot for OG. Valde luckily taking a few players down here. They should be surviving with these weapons, but he needs to be careful of Twist. Valde is taking a lot of players down at the moment for NIP. Luckily, he goes down eventually. And NIP will come out on top. 4-1. Money not in a good spot for OG yet again.
Yeah, they just took a timeout. If Valde saved that gun, I think they would have been buying. Now it's more debatable for them. Valde can buy for himself. MBK should be able to get another gun as well, so I think they will still buy. Wow, Valde went 0 for 9 against Rez on Nuke.
Yeah, Rez was dominating pretty much everybody, right? This was just an incredible showing from him. I seen the first gun round where OG got that AWP out. They had Mantu looking down through Squeaky, and Rez just crosses from the middle of the site, right in front of his crosshair, and just headshots him. Mantu had no idea what was coming. Rez was just looking so poised back on Nuke. It's been a good start from Nork as well here on Train 7-2 right now. 5 kills for Plopsky, 4 for Hampus. Rez hasn't really had to deliver the same early impact as what was required of him on Nuke, but a quicker play this time into Alexi B. He's waiting for it, and on the MP9 he's made it work out. The force buy paying off, the investment working out early at least, but Rez has put a bullet between Valde's eyes.
Yeah, it's Mantu who's had to rotate over on the AWP, but as the smoke goes down the ramp, his vision won't be too easy. You won't be able to spot that many players. He's having to watch both upper and towards the stairs right now. This is so hard for him. Switching between these two angles. NIP already out towards this B site. And you can see OG taking control over on the A side of things, but it might be too late because Mantu's been flashed. Great timing on that one. Plopsky gets the kill. Another round where the B site is lost, and another round where OG have to save.
NIP are just doing enough to neutralize the defense of OG on each bomb site. You know, the early fight towards A was to sort of shake them up a little bit, draw out some utility, see what's going on. You can see that initial fight going Alexibi's way, taking Hampers down, but the rest of the recovery from NIP across that round was perfect. And OG just toyed with, forced to the other side of the map, saving their weapons into the next one. And I'm starting to get real worried again for OG. I needed to see a more convincing start from them. But this is not it. I mean, it's better than over on Nuke, for sure. I mean, there's signs, but it's not much better. 5-1 for NIP out of the T side. OG need to start winning rounds, and they need to start winning them very soon.
Yeah, the positive sign for me here is that at least these rounds that OG are losing, they are firstly saving guns, and secondly, they're normally just coming off poor positioning towards B, right? Or just getting kind of out-rotated on B. I think that's something you can probably sort out as the game goes on, because as long as you just get 1 or 2 kills on that initial B hold, that's a site you can normally retake, as long as you just get 1 or 2, right? As long as you slow them down. So I think OG should fix that as the game goes on. Right now, though, it's been a strong start for NIP. Here comes some early boost action. Norg looking for an opening over the top. Oh, he might get given a fight as well, depending on the timing here, depending on what OG want to do. But they molly him out of position. Good awareness from OG to make sure that boost can't happen.
Again, just the one player over here for OG on this B bomb side. They're going to try some aggression this time. It's worked out. Mansu with a flashbang delivered by MBK, taking down Hampers. Valde on this B bomb site, only getting the 1 kill. That's not enough. NIP will take this B bomb site. They still have the man advantage over for OG, but they've lost so much control. Twist is already in CT spawn. They are aware of this. They are completely aware, and Twist not taking the kill. Smokes it off. Throws the flashbang underhand. He hasn't fallen back just yet, but look at the position from Plopsky as well. Very advanced stance from NIP. They're not cowering back in the bomb site. Instead, they're taking fights, and more importantly, they are winning them. And suddenly, NIP back into the driver's seat. They've got the man advantage. The time is ticking, and yet again, it's OG having to save their weapons into the next round. NIP go up 6-1 on this T side. And yet again, it's that one player on the B bomb site. So much pressure is being put on Valde's shoulders, and so often is he being overrun by multiple players.
Normally that B site is retakeable, right? It's quite easy to retake normally. But what's happening here for OG is that Valde's so far pushed up with a really slow rotation. So as soon as he goes 1 for 1, OG can't rotate anyone over to be in time. That's allowing Nip to get into the back lines, and that's when those retakes are so much more difficult. You can see they struggle to clear out Twist in the backside. They struggle to clear out Plopsky, who's in those back trades. If you can just rotate over a little quicker and at least make sure that Nip can't push up, it could be a lot easier for them. But Hampers timing. Oh no, he whiffed that kill. That should have been a free frag every time. But Alexi B takes it away from him. He does get traded out though. Just a 1 for 1.
AK picked up for Usta. Peeks out the right side. Twist stuck in the corner of 43. The damage trying to be done. As NIP are going to back away. That's the man advantage still in their hands. OG at least able to fight back slightly. Probably would have liked to have taken down Twist that. Not too far away from getting that second kill. MPK going for the information towards Ivy. He's got to spot a couple, but he goes down. What he really wanted to do there was peek out and gather info and come back, but he kind of gets caught in the position for too long, and that allows NIP to shut him down. And now it's a man advantage doubled for the Ninjas. This round is looking almost unlosable for the Swedes. Mantu has an AK. That is the one gun you've got to keep eyes on for OG. Valde at long range with this MP9 isn't going to be able to deliver. His position is so far removed. Twist is going to catch the player at the back. That's Valde with the MP9 gone. Mantu's watched the players cross over, Alex. He's just spotted the back of Plopsky, and he's going to pick him off, but that gives his position away. Nog can now take the duel, and he'll win it. 7 rounds for NIP. OG getting nothing done.
Little smile on the face of Nork. Nice to see the NIP guys happy. Yeah.
I feel like every time we cut to his POV back in Nuke, Alex, it felt like it was the exact same player cam clip playing out. Like, it was just sort of a gif or something. Yeah. Knock when he's happy. Knock when he's sad. Knock when he's... the same face over and over again.
Finally, he's actually showing it. Maybe it's when he's really, really happy. That's when he starts to show his happy face.
Maybe he's a little sadistic, you know. We're really giving it to them, Alex.
Okay. Okay, MBK's taking a main control. This is better for OG. At the start of the round, they get that information. They get Issa into Pop Dog. Now, this is the point where I want them to have a quick rotator. And that's what they're going to do. Alexi B's already in the connector. He's already going over to B. This should help Valder out on the site. This is a second player here to help. The bomb is currently towards the B side of things. NIP have a couple of players at Ivy, though. If they can get out through Ivy just with that one smoke, that could cause some issues. And you can already see Alexi be somewhat aware of that fact. He's having to watch CT, and that means that Valde is still alone on B, but Alexi B gets the timing right for the first.
Well, a kill from Alexi B coming in. That's a brilliant hold. Finally from OG, shutting down the round from NIP. And it is just Twist trying to gather at least 1 kill into this round. And he'll peek out to the left side, but Alexi B in with a headshot. And finally, OG, that's the most convincing round I think we've seen from them. Alexi B with 4 kills as well. A little bit of the sign of life from him. And maybe we can get more out of OG coming into these next few rounds. It's so good.
Great awares from Alexi B to catch the players who were pushing Ivy to begin with, and that meant that he didn't have to worry as much about the flank. He could arrive back to B, he could help Valder. I've got to say, Valder's position was still slightly scary so far forward, but this time, ooh, okay, Issa gets a kill and some team damage. A little bit awkward, but he's given his team the man advantage. That's the main thing that matters, and NIP have been slowed down early. I'm still scared at some of these positions Valder's playing on B, man. Like, he's very committed to the site. I feel like here, you've got the man advantage. You probably just want to sit back and maybe even give up the site and allow just 1 kill to come through. Because if you give up the site that easily, like we've seen in these recent rounds, it can be very scary. So I'm glad he's fallen back a bit and he's got the rotate. I think this is a bit better for OG now.
Yeah, I think he was waiting for his teammate also to come over so he could fall back and at least have that fallback plan when he was transitioning in position. And now Rez coming out of Pop Dog does some damage, or takes some damage. He will throw the Molotov down in towards the site. OG, they've got Alexi B still in a good spot right now, trying to get in behind, but it's Mantu that'll strike first. A headshot onto Hampus. A second kill from Mantu, delivering over and over again now. It's just Plopsky and Nok left in a 2v4. And a 2-man advantage for OG already established. This should be their round. Plopsky will have to step up huge with the rifle. He's collected another one. Not good for 1, but he's down. And now it is all on Plopsky. He has been quiet in this tournament so far, but has shown up in this series and won't be able to get the clutch. Alexi B coming in yet again. Another multi-kill for him. And OG will be taking a 3rd round, finally posting some on the board.
Still business for Alexi B after winning that round. They're definitely not going to be celebrating yet. Nice shots from Mantu though here. Goes through the smoke for the first one. Makes sure that he is past that smoke. Makes sure that he can have some impact because NIP were already on the site itself. The way OG were playing there, they did have to give up the site, but they made sure they got kills and they made sure they were still in good spots to set up that retake. That was the main thing that mattered there. OG with another round on the board, and Issa again pushed into Pop Dog. Mantu this time switching up his positioning. This is nice. A pick or an information play towards B. Either's fine for him. Right now he's spotted that B is clear for the time being, although they're about to peek his position. Oh, Mantu forced away just before the flashbang is thrown. So he gets back to the site. Tiny bit of full damage taken. Not a bad start to the round.
A lot of utility at the ready. Oh, Nate goes down straight onto Issa. Look how much damage that HE grenade does onto Issa. Drops him down to 43. Follow-up Nate comes in, lands on Plopsky. Good kill for Mantu. Starting to really hit his stride with this AWP now. 2 rounds in a row where he's been able to get some very impactful kills for the team. And it's Hampers. He's gone down. Molotov forcing Issa back. He's just not having a great time in Pop Target this round. He's been forced away time and time again. Nok looking for his time to strike, for a window of opportunity.
Nip just threw a smoke to back connector to try and fake out this B play. Unfortunately, OG haven't budged. They've still got plenty of players here, and they're already getting kills. Alexi lining up too. That was just so quick. NIP didn't seem to have any nades left as they tried to push out, and they just got completely trapped in that choke point. And how about Alexi B, Dinko? The turnaround for him after that previous game, he's up to 13 kills.
Yeah, this CT side has suddenly just come alive for OG. They're starting to win round after round, and they aren't even that close. I mean, they've just had a couple of these straight-up shutdowns. NIP have used the utility up early in the round. They've done damage onto the OG players, but they aren't getting any kills. They're not getting anywhere near the bomb sites, and OG haven't been giving them any opportunities to hold advantages into the round. And you can see NIP a little bit uncomfortable now on this T side. Finally, OG getting comfortable and putting rounds together. That's something he just couldn't do at all over on Nuke.
Oh, Hampers has pushed out to Olaf, but he's been forced back by the molly. And the nade takes him down. Valda tapping to the head. Nice shot in the back lines. This time playing a much further back position. He almost gets caught by those players, but they're going to get the bomb down on the NIP side. That's the money they were looking for. The round win, though, isn't going to be happening. Twist only has the block. NIP just with the bomb plant in this one. OG, as you said, starting to get more comfortable, starting to get more and more rounds on the board. Valda that time getting 3 kills on the B hold might help his confidence a little bit. And NIP will be back to the buy in this one. Not before a timeout, though.
Well, timeout for NIP. They were looking so solid, but things have quieted down, slowed down, come to a halt, some would say. It's almost like the trains every time I'm in England.
I think I've been lucky with the trains, man. I rarely get delays on mine.
Every time, Alex. Every time. I have one. I'm on the same travel day as I am working the broadcast. I always get on the train, and it just stops moving. Or it just decides to be 30, 40 minutes late. But nonetheless, 7-5 is looking quite solid right now, as OG are starting to pull things back and making a meal out of this game. At least it was looking very one-sided to start things off. I started to get very worried for them that we were going to see more of the same, but they have fought back. And managed to post a few on the board, and now Rez, he's 3 kills. What a drop-off he's had so far. And Valde taking 1 kill onto him yet again. Plopsky treads back.
Ooh, good shot from Mantu. Flicks down to give his team the advantage. Plopsky now dropping down Pop. Mantu's still looking for more action, but the smoke is down, so he obviously won't get that. T-side smoke doesn't go that far, but it might allow Twist to move on up. So everything slows down after those initial trades. The issue here for Nip is they really don't have many nades left. I think this is the sort of round where we need to see Nork try and do something with this AWP. I think he needs to get a pick to get them into this round. They don't have smokes. They don't have flashes. They don't really have the ability to close the distance onto this A site. So they're probably going to have to rely on their long-range sniper to get them involved.
Smoke. Down at T-Con. Twist. About to journey out from Ivy. Molotov lands on top of the position from Mantu, but he still gets the second kill. That could have been a turnaround from NIP. That could have been their chance into the round, but it's won by OG. And Mantu yet again with a double. Alexi B following suit. Currently 16-5, 122 ADR, and a 6th round poster for OG. The best case scenario now at the half is that they lead by 1. If they get 7, that's the best case, which is still very solid for NIP, of course. But the fact that they've lost all momentum, that's a worrying sign, especially with Rez only on 3 kills right now. After such a big performance on Nuke, you want to see him kind of continue that, but He has dropped off massively on this T side. Maybe in the second half, that's where we see him light it up a bit more.
Nice to see Plopsky still playing pretty well, though. Okay, he's all right. He's all right. Got scared for a second. Issa's had a quiet game here. I was talking earlier about how he's been the second highest rated player in the tournament. His form has been fantastic here at DreamHack. It's not been the same for him today. He was doing okay on the first map compared to the rest of OG. On this one, though, he's definitely had some issues in that pop dog position. IP continuing to take their time in this round. OG have rotated quite a few players over to B just to make sure that doesn't get overrun. Nip are still just sitting back, still just taking their time. It looks like they're lining up some smokes into this A site.
Molotovs burning at the close trade. Two players from the CT side in the side itself. Issa at the bottom of Pop Dog and MBK. Topples two players very quickly following the bomb, but Plopsky trying to fight back. What a kill from him. That's a third. And now Plopsky looking to do it all for NIP. They head on towards the bomb site. Mantu further back in the connector right now. And Valve will extend from Pop Dog, catching Plopsky, stopping his monstrous round. And now it is all onto Nog to try and win up the 1v2 clutch. 9 seconds. Has to commit to the plant or at least go for elimination. He's going to go for the plant. He'll get it down. And now 1v1 up against the AWP of Mantu. Nog wrapping around the right side of the bomb tray. You see he's above him. Nog gets underneath. And it's the round won by NIP. A huge 1v2 for Nog. And a fantastic round from Plopsky.
Let's have a look at this again. Plopsky. Headshot after headshot. Oh, oof. The adjustment on that last one, and then Nok just gets the positioning right. Mantu wasn't ready for that reposition to have come through. It was looking so good for OG to begin with as well. They put that molly in A main. They slowed it down so much. It was a very telegraphed push because of that. OG got a bunch of early kills, but just the individuals for Nip on point again. And some early damage done in this one. 2 OG players taking damage, but Hampus will be the first man to fall.
Hampus, yeah, I called him out a little bit earlier on in this game, Alex. I said, he had a quiet performance on an individual level, looking like he's going to get a good chance to change that. Since I said that, Alex, he hasn't had a kill.
Dude, that was that quad kill against the anti-eco, right? That's all he's done the whole game.
Yeah, wow. He hasn't had anything other than the quad kill against the anti-eco, and that's just too quiet. There's barely any impact there at all. And just imagine if Rez or Hampus had a slightly better performance, but in this round, it's looking like NIP have a small chance into it yet again. Nok with the AWP alive. Twist here as well. 3v2 though. A retake, a real possibility for OG as they try to get back into the bomb site. Twist is coming through connector, so it's all on Nok to try and play the timeout, try and keep this site ticking. He's got the Molotov for the late round as well, but he's been caught by Issa. He'll be asking questions as to how that has happened. And Mantu as well. Defuse comes through from OG. It's 7 at the half. As close as you can get it. It's time for a short break, but we'll return with the second half. resurgence from OG has delivered them 7 rounds. NIP still lead by 1. But it has to be a big step up from the rest of OG on this T side. You know, we had Alexi B showing up, Alec. He's 17-6 right now. We've seen some impact moments from Mantu. We have to see it continue into the second half. We know NIP are good on the CT side. We've seen a big performance from them over on Nuke. It's not going to be easy for OG.
Definitely not. A close game here from the first half. As you said, Alexi B certainly stepping up for OG. Would love to see more of that in this second. There is a B stack in play for NIP, though. They've got 3 CTs here. Rez playing on top of the bomb train, which can be a pretty unexpected position. And here come the nades from OG.
OG trying to get this attack in towards this A bomb site. Rez hitting the first shot. He'll look for a second. Rez has got it. 3! Pulls out the silencer, but he has decimated them. He has silenced OG. And now 3v1, it is cleaned up. Hampus with the double. He may have only got 4 against the anti-eco, but he delivers 2 as soon as the second half gets underway. This third kill from Rez is just ridiculous. They don't see him. They're distracted with knocks below, and he just cleans them up. Silences OG as they come in to the B bomb site. 9-7 for NIP. Over here for OG, it's another pistol loss for them.
It's about to be the MP9 wrecking crew in this round for NIP. Every single player going for that MP9. As I was saying, though, just an unexpected position from Rez. And you see what OG are trying there. They're just trying to jump out from that upper position, make themselves hard to hit, and then try and get that bomb down. That was just the primary aim for them. That's the minimum that they wanted out of that round. But because of Rez's position and because of Hampus's quick kills, that's not possible. And Hampus already spraying away. 2 kills for him. Nork delivers a couple more, and Nork should close this out. MBK's traded, though. This could be a bomb plant. No bomb plant.
No bomb plant at all. 10-7 NIP, a double figures reached. But here comes the purchase, the first purchase from OG in the second half. As the AK-47's out, Issa, we were talking about him. We were really bigging him up coming into this game. He has been so solid in this tournament so far. Where has he been? He just hasn't been here at all. 5 kills currently here on train. It's not been a good performance from OG across the board, I have to say, from the most part. But it's been very quiet.
I want to say as well for NIP, in terms of opening duels in that first half, they only won 4 opening duels. That was a really interesting takeaway. And furthermore, in terms of the individuals, Alexi B has won 5 opening fights. He's only been the first to die once. Hampus is the complete opposite. Hampus only got 1 opening kill and was the first to die 7 times. But even with those stats, it was still a really close first half. So I think NIP have done a great job at just grinding it out to this point, getting that strong start to begin with. Now, though, we've got to see if they can do it on their CT side. They've whipped out the AWP for Nork. He's had to go without armor, though. And OG taking a slow start to this round. Issa's working up Ivy right now, but there are a couple of players close by to him. The bomb, however, is starting to move back to B. And as it stands, there's only 1 ninja on that B site. It would be Hampus solo holding, and Issa's already been caught.
Issa picked off, and now Plopsky climbing up the ladder. He's got the perfect timing, but he gives away the position. It doesn't matter. He gets the bomb and a second kill as well. Plopsky gets the perfect timing up the ramp. Or should I say ladder? And now it's MBK and Valde looking to win a 2v4. Plopsky has absolutely done it to him. The bomb lies at the top of the ladder. 20 seconds left for them to figure out where they want to go. And NIP have completely done it to Plopsky. That's the round locked in. 10 seconds. They can't do anything. AK saved into the next round, but NIP up to 11. The weakest weapon in play, Alex, and it makes it work.
How about Plopsky in this game, Dinko? He's won them a couple of rounds single-handedly. That was that round on the T side where he had to get 3 entries to turn around a 2v5. In this one, he gets the timing right. And then this is really well composed, even though he does accidentally fire that 1 shot to begin with. The fact that he doesn't let that get to him, he makes up for it. He gets both of those kills. That was brilliant.
Hampus got 6 kills on Nuke. They were all opening kills. And yeah, that is what we're talking about. You know, in his position, he was playing in that role that he was given, just having that much impact towards outside. He was just getting some of the slowing kills, those opening picks, just slowing down OG, funneling them back into the lobby where the player you just mentioned, Plopsky, was, right? So it's been a quiet performance in terms of the kills from Hampus across this series, especially here on Train as well. But yeah, stepped up in the second half now, adding a few kills to the tallies, up to 8 right now. He's doubled his kills since the start of this half. And now Alexa B going for that quick play out T-Con, running down with the AK. This might catch them off guard, but he's been spotted and now stuck in the Molotov.
Oh, and Plopsky, well, he gets a kill from above. Mantu, though, instantly trades it out. Rez trying to get aggressive, but he's got to be aware of Alexi B, and he decides to just fade away through that smoke. So Alexi B can get the bomb back and just get back into A main. Yeah, as you were saying, Dinko, I think both Alexi B and Hampus actually play somewhat similar as the IGLs in terms of being very aggressive, taking a lot of those hard fights at the starts of the rounds. So that's why you do see them struggle on the scoreboard sometimes. That's just kind of how you have to do it sometimes. That's how it's going to work out for you. And speaking of aggression, Alexi B just swings on Rez, gets another kill on the board. Hampus is there for the trade, though, and Nork's got another one. Nick with the advantage, and it extended even further. Nick get all the kills they need. OG were just trying to set up that A play, and Nip didn't even allow that to happen. They completely stopped them in their tracks.
Well, OG, I'm starting to get real worried for them now, Alex. If that's the kind of rounds NIP are going to be pulling out of the bag on the CT side, OG are going to be getting nowhere. They don't have that many rounds to play with. NIP did really well in that first half to come out on top, coming out of the T side. They've done so much, and OG have not been able to do anything just yet. If you let NIP get going, if you let them build up all this momentum on the CT side, then you're looking at a very scary prospect. I'm looking forward to seeing what NIP can do later in this tournament. They were a team I just did not expect to do a whole lot, Alex, I'll be honest. I thought they'd get better. I thought they'd definitely improve, but this is something I was not expecting.
Oh boy. Nade damage early. Hampus, well, he goes down. Okay, that's a chance to push into this B site. Great flash from Plopsky, though. The spray almost good for 3. And Nork gets one through the smoke, through the wall. What a shot from him. It's all on Alexi B. And he's being closed in right now. He's trapped.
He's going to be pushed from multiple different positions, but he spotted the likes of Twist. Actually called the player in upper and Twist. What a genius. Just jumping up and down, making sure Alexi B cannot get those leg shots in, and he is pushed. NIP are feeling it right now. 13-7, 3 away from victory in the series, and OG with 7 rounds on the board. This has not been the performance they've been looking for.
Fire round on the board for OG, and really a must-win round at this point. Again, just a couple of the NIP players stepping up. But mainly, I think it has just been NIP grinding out these rounds more than anything. You can see this time the scoreboard doesn't look as great for them, but they've been able to just edge out a bunch of these round wins, win a bunch of the important rounds. That's what's put them in this position. And OG have got their backs against the wall. They've got to find a way to dodge out of this position. 13-7 behind. Plopsky again pushed into Pop Dog with Rez this time. OG are setting up towards B, but Plopsky, is he going up the ladder again? It doesn't look like it as the B push comes through.
Hampus holding on. Smoke is going to deploy. Flashbang goes around the corner, and Hampus drifts around the back lines of the bomb site. Look for a headshot, but it won't come through. And the bomb goes down from OG. This could be their first round in the second half. Hampus walking forward from upper, trying to gather some control of the site back. He spotted the head of MBK and somehow fluffs his lines again. MBK has bested him in 2 duels now. One in the previous round with the Tech 9, and now with the AK. 2 duels that Hampus had the upper hand in. But nonetheless, the round will go in favor of OG. And NIP just sat around waiting for an opportunity, waiting for Hampus to make his play. If he gets that kill, then there's a chance for the retake. But as soon as he goes down, it's locked in. NIP will concede the round, and OG not done yet.
Yeah, if Hampus wins that fight, they do actually have a decent chance on that retake. They have some utility left. They could smoke ramp. They could have probably smoked upper, tried to get back towards the bomb site. But as soon as Hampus goes down, it's just so much more difficult. You're a man behind. You've got to clear out all those angles. Time is already ticking. They realize the save is the correct call. We go back into round 22 with a full buy for both teams. Early smokes out from OG onto this A site. Early flashes as well, and the drop down pop has been heard. Mantu scoped in here, but he gets mollied away. So no chance for the quick aggression out to A. And Nip have actually pushed A main. They know these smokes on A are a fake, and they could be potentially prepared for this B play.
Oh, he's keeping his head down. Keeping out of trouble. And now, round 22. OG gather outside of the B bomb site.
Nip is so ready.
Yeah, you can see how many players are coming over here now. The rotation as well. Knock with the first kill. Hampus this time taking one down. And OG have already lost 2 players. They've got to pull off something miraculous to get into this round, and it just will not be happening. Hampus is and Mantu both falling, and now it is all on to Alexi B, and he's picked off as well. 14 rounds on the board for Red IP. Have to say, Alex, I haven't seen enough from OG to believe there's any sort of possibility in this comeback. As pessimistic as it does sound, it's looking good for NIP.
OG trying that fake onto A, but Plopski's pushed in A main. He knows it's not the A play. The molly and pop dog was really nice as well, because Mantu probably would have looked for a pick onto A to try and sell that fake further, but he just got mollied out. So he realized, I've just got to go back up the ladder, back to B. I can't really sell this fake onto A that well. And Nip then just had that third player rotating in as the push was about to come through. That molly is actually denied the run boost from happening. Flashbang as well. Mantu is not a happy man right now, but finally, they're going to get the
no,
chance.
we can't even get all his teammates hit. This is just going very badly. He goes for the run boost eventually. And the smoke comes up at his feet. And well, not the best round, but now it's going to be a push down in from Valde, making a solo play. Hampus going down again. A lot of damage done onto OG. Alexi B taking a lot on board. Issa, Mantu as well following suit. If NIP win this round, Alex, this is probably going to be the win. This will probably be OG's elimination. So they know how important this round is. They've got the flashbang at the ready. MBK and Issa in towards Ivy, ready to start an attack. Currently, Plopski is the closest player able to do anything here. I believe he's just been slugged off, and no, flashes are coming through, and now Plopski's under pressure.
Oh, great shot from MBK. Plopski was trying to play above on the train. At least Twist is pushed towards A main, though. And he's comfortable enough to try and play this angle. Nice shot from Twist to kick things off. Looking for more. That was the bomb dropped. 29 seconds with Alexi B's on the flank.
Yeah, he's got the perfect position for that, and Twist gets caught looking the wrong way. Now the flank from Knock, this could be everything. The first kill on the MBK, nearly the second. Knock still alive, Reds with the kill as well, and it's all on Issa, and he will fall. Knock gets in behind, 3 kills. Knock has been incredible in this tournament for NIP. When they need him most, he's showing up, he delivers, and yet again, another fantastic round from Knock. He's so passive, he's so quiet, you kind of forget about him a little bit. And I think that's what happened to OG. He just gets right behind it. There's no presence from the AWP. And there's 15 for NIP. OG, they've got a buy coming into this, but it's not looking pretty.
Oh, Alexi B trying to make some moves, but the nades. Oh, God. Oh, he's nearly dead. 2 HP left for Alexi B. Nip's so well prepared for that play. Twist getting smoked off. Has to counter with the molly. Early kill found from Mantu.
Well, they kind of figured out how Plopski's playing this green train position. You can see how ready Mantu was for that peak. He just jumps around the corner, widely taking the fight, and he wins it. Man advantage in play for OG. Alexi B barely alive, but still ticking. And MBK has doubled up. Hampus and Pop Dog. There's one, but can't get more than that. And now Knock, you know how good he can be, but this round just isn't going to be one he's likely to pull off. He goes back towards the brown halls. That's just OG realizing nothing to lose. Just screw it. Let's just run in through Ivy. And Mantu just jumps around the corner, catches out Plopski. As soon as Plopski goes down there without a single kill, Alex, that's when things open up. The floodgates are open, and OG can flood into the A-bomb site.
Yeah, and you have to give some props to Alexi B again, because look at how much attention there is on him pushing out from A main. How many nades he draws towards him, right? And then the OG players pushing from Ivy have a bit of an easier time. It's a little bit easier for them to get out, get that early kill, because so many players are looking at Alexi. So that was definitely nice for them. Again, though, just touching on Nork, as you were saying, he's been consistently the best player for NIP in this tournament. He's almost never had a map where it feels like he's gone negative, which is kind of ridiculous to say, but he's just in the back line so often. Like we've been saying, he's oftentimes the player with the least deaths on the server, and he's so often having impact still, which is a really hard balance to strike.
Over half of Nork's kills on Nuke were on Issa. God, that just puts a lot of pressure on Issa now. Like, he's 5-17. He's just having one of the worst series you could possibly have. After hyping him up so much, he's just not really having a great time. He's not having a good day. And OG, the pressure really is on now. It has to be flawless just to get overtime. The worst part is, Alex, they somehow dig deep, but they somehow win every single one of the remaining rounds. They have to do it all over again. The hardest part is yet to come. So NIP, they are certainly favorites to win this. They're certainly favorites to close this. They have a chance to do it here again. Orp, not one, but two. Hampus and Nork picking them up.
Yeah, Hampus on the secondary AWP, not Twist, because Hampus wants to peek up a B with that AWP early. He wants that early information over at B. And Hampus has got that information. He spotted that there's no one at B. They can stack this A site and try and hold it down.
Well, Mantu, that's one. Valdi as well. This is brilliant from OG. Two fantastic openings. And this probably just has to be the safe call, unless Nork can do something on the defense. He's been peeked. There's his chance. It's the first victim. Molotov prevents Nork from swinging out wide and trying to deny the bomb plant. I thought for a second there he had a chance to landing that flick. But now it is just Hampus, and he's not winning this round. OG, I feel like their attitude has kind of changed right now, Alex. They kind of realize, well, we literally cannot lose any more rounds. So, nothing to lose. They're just playing carefree. And they're winning a lot of these opening duels. You can see immediately NIP were just shut down.
And we saw the timeout ahead of this round as well. We saw Alexi B was very vocal. Sure, he has a lot to do with keeping the team on track, keeping the team in a positive mindset.
Yeah. Because obviously, Frankie had the interview before, and she was asking about the absence of Rug has affected them in terms of keeping them all cool under pressure. And, well, they certainly seem to be missing him. And, well, Hampus, some nice shots to hold on. So, yeah, maybe the pressure falls to Alexi B a little bit more to try and calm the team down a little bit. I mean, he is Finnish after all, so they're quite used to staying cool under pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that Hampus there had a cheeky smile as well after missing that first shot and then making up for it with the next two. I think you can just see the difference in the mood in the camps, right? Like NIP have always been just having a positive mindset, you can tell. They're always very chilled out with things because they've had such a good start to this game. Apart from Nork, who you can never tell what he's feeling. But everyone else is looking nice and happy. We even got that one smile from Nork, so that's when you know NIP are having a good time. I don't think they'll be having that good of a time in this round, though, Dinko. It's mostly pistols for them.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them here. Hampus has hit that AWP over, so let's see what Hampus can do. Let's take this thing out for a spin and see if he can take any of the kills away. OG, they've got the AWP out in the hands of Mantu. AK-47, an M4A1S in the hands of Alexi B. And Hampus looking for that early pick, but Alexi B has already crossed on over, and Hampus knows. Okay, there's a player over here. He's alone. I can maybe take this fight. He's gonna win it. What an excellent call from Hampus. He knows he's the player that has to get it done. And he's already taken one.
How about the timing on that molly as well? MBK taking damage, separated from his squad. He's the man with the bomb as well. Thankfully, his teammates will now be able to back him up, but Nork, oh no, Nork in behind. Nork could go huge, but he only gets one. It's enough though, it's enough. Twist with two from above, and the pistols get it done.
As if NIP closed it in that fashion, the pistols. We thought it was all on to the next round, but the initial kill from Hampus, he goes aggressive, knows he has the 1v1 fight against Alexi B, and while the rest of the pistols prevail, Nork gets in behind, and just like that, NIP walk away with it, and they've booked themselves in yet another Swedish derby matchup against Fnatic. That's the next match for NIP.